For my initial research, I watched many short films across the internet, particularly on YouTube. To begin with, I simply searched for short films and watched whatever came up. Yet after a while, I discovered a channel on YouTube called Virgin Shorts. This was so incredibly helpful as most of the ideas were basic and filmed on a low budget, meaning they were more useful and inspirational than some of the high-end Pixar equivalents that I found. They were also serious short films up for awards, meaning that they were after critical acclaim, which made it even more helpful for me. In addition to this, I watched some genre-specific films such as Love Actually, The Proposal and Friends with Benefits to help with more general research into the romantic genre. I used WordPress to document all of what I was doing and blog about it, as I did last year too. The website is great as it allows you to upload videos, pictures and basically anything you need. The first part of the production I did was creating my script. After having problems with the program script, I ended up using Word and just creating my own template. This actually worked well as I used the program on a daily basis, meaning I knew how to set up a script layout and create my script easily. Next, I created my animatic using my storyboard and placed it on iMovie, as I have done in previous years. iMovie is good for allowing you to quickly adjust images and create a story out of them, which is what I was intending to do. You can then add effects and transitions easily on top of this, as well as sound. When filming, I had a problem with my Fujifilm camera on the day, and so had to borrow one instead. Sadly, this meant the quality of my footage was not as good as the camera only shot in 640p. I used a tripod with this to make my shots more steady and help my movement make my movement smoother, like with my pan across the Abbey Gardens. To edit my footage, I used the same software as last year on my Mac, which was Final Cut Pro X. This is still the latest Final Cut, meaning it has some of the best and most up-to-date effects on it, which I found helpful when editing. The program is also easy to use, meaning I could add my artificial light colour change, transitions and titles easily. The program also allows you to retime footage for whatever you want, which proved helpful when putting the couple's routine in sync and creating the time lapses. To create the sound that accompanied my visuals, I used GarageBand. This proved difficult as I cannot play any instruments myself and many of the presets sound very fake. Yet in the end, I found some tracks which worked for me and placed them with my visuals. For the images on my poster, I used my iPhone 5 to take the photos. Although it is only a phone, it does have an 8 megapixel camera with manual focus which came in very helpful. It is also very easy to transfer the photos from the phone onto a computer, meaning they were easily accessible. Finally, I created both my review and poster on Photoshop. This involved me having to learn how to use the software as I had no prior experience. I used the ruler tool to create guidelines and then slowly piece together my review and poster. Photoshop is also incredibly helpful as it allows you to morph and edit the image to however you like. For example, I changed both of my images to black and white. I had to crop them in half and then try and match them up together so that the faces looked as though they were connected. Since my EAS, I have learned how to use new software such as Photoshop, as well as advance my skills on existing programs I've been using, such as Final Cut. I feel this year has been very helpful for advancing my skills and may have actually inspired me to do more and create more films at home.